Hey guys, gonna be going live right now. I'm setting up for the demo. It's gonna be the DeWalt XR DCD 805 taking on the new DeWalt XR DCD 801. Okay, getting set up for it. Okay. Okay, this is the new 801. 1050, I think they call watts out. With the new 4 amp power pack, 21/7 tablet cells. Okay, speed 1. And the 805. About the same. Speed 1 now. Now I know it's going to stay between 2 clamps and 2 5-inch power legs. Like I say, this is a hammer drill. The model's about 3 years old. I bought it about 2 years ago. This just got shipped to my house yesterday. This is the latest one that they've been talking about for 3 months. With the new 4 amp power pack battery. Tabless cells. So that means Milwaukee's going to be coming out with one probably at Pipeline. They'll have to equal DeWalt because, you know, the Forge 8 amp and 8 amp power pack from DeWalt. Okay. Tighten this up. Now, I think we'll run some fasteners first. Okay. And we'll do most of our drilling in this 1.5 by 10. Okay. Now, Let me find out what fasteners we're going to run. This is the same board with the angle cut that I used on my new rear handle Hercules. Let's start with some small fasteners. Out of these. I don't want to run these right now. These are 5 16 by 3.5 T30s. I don't want to run those today. Okay. I'm gonna note her here. This will be a little, hopefully a long test. Okay. Yep. Okay. Here's the old 805 hammer drill that's 3 years old. I'm already trying to sell this already. If anybody lives in Illinois, you can come over and buy it from me. I'll sell it. The original bag that the 801 came in, the original charger that I don't need because I got real fast charger that'll charge the battery in a third of the time. And I'll sell it with a 5 amp, what is that battery? It's just a 5 amp regular battery. And I'll throw the 1.7 power stack in for 125 bucks. I don't want it. I'm going to sell this drill. The 801's good enough with me. I don't need a hammer function. I got a dozen drills with hammer function. If anybody saw my short lately, I just put out on my new fine hammer drill. That thing will run rings around all my hammer drills. Okay. Let us run it. This is the 805 with the 4 amp power pack. Speed 1. Now let's go to speed 2. Okay. Now let's go with the new 801 and speed 2. What I hate about using drills is not like using an impact that goes right in. Okay. That did not seem to want to put that in speed 2. Let's go with speed 1. One nice thing about the 801, safety. The 805, there ain't none. And these drills are at a point right now they can't hurt you. They're not as powerful as my high torque drills, but they're powerful enough they will F you up. Okay. Let's run. It's a longer drill, it's the 805. Nope. Speed 1. Okay. Now the 801. Let's try it in speed 2. What do you know? It did it in speed 2. All depends on the density of the wood too. This is a solid billet of wood I made last year. Tried 801 again. In speed 2. Try another one. These drills aren't too far apart. I can't wait till Tools Tested actually takes the watts on this, because he did do the DeWalt. The video's a couple months old. That is effed up. I'm not using that one again. But he did do the watts on them. And out of all the drills that aren't high torques, the 805 is the top dog. In other words, the 800 and the 805 are the same generation. Well, that's going to be ground off. Unless I can move it with the other drill. Another one bites the dust. Okay, let's try the 805. And that was in speed 1. Yeah, like I said, Tools Tested's really good. He tests the watts on all these tools. He runs it on his machines. And the 800 and 805 put out about a little more than 1,000 watts. I think almost 1,100. So if they have this new 801 at 1,050, may put out even more than that. I think sometimes DeWalt lies about their figures the other way around. Instead of saying they're, they just say a lower number. Maybe this new one puts out 1,200. Who knows? Who knows? It might be just as powerful as the old 998. We won't know until he actually does the watts on it. And I'm sure that video is coming really soon as he gets his tool in. Okay, we're in speed 2 in the 801. Another one's effed up. Okay, I will put another one in that same hole with the 805 again in speed 2. Okay, now let's go back to the 801. I'm kind of liking this because it's small. I don't need a hammer drill. I got a dozen of them at least. And that new Fine I have puts out 60,000 beats per minute. I'm sure it beats my SDS drill from Harbor Freight. Positive of that right now. Unless I get a real SDS drill just to see how powerful that Fine is. Okay, we're in speed 2 with the 801. Well, that was speed 2. Okay. Let's try another one with the 801. Another effed up one. Not dealing with them. One thing, this is a special adapter for running stuff that's getting bad and sometimes it has problems. Speed 2. Another one bites the dust. Let's switch these. We'll make the 805 having the problems. Okay. The chuck on this is positive. Hear it? Nice. It's better than the 805's clutch. Let's see if I can put this in even. Nope. And that was in speed 2. Let's go to speed 1. I can't wait till Tools test this. I'm sure it's going to be next week. He's pretty quick. Okay. Let's run the 801 again. He normally gets his tools fast too. I watch all kinds of other YouTubers' channels. Let's go with speed 2. Wow, did it in speed 2. Okay, let's go back to the 805. You can tell it's a much longer drill. It's got hammer function. You did it. Speed 2. Not tight enough in there. I do not like the chuck on this one as much as I like on the 801. The 801 I find is a better chuck. This doesn't feel quite as positive to me. Speed 2. I'm going to get rid of this altogether. I can figure out where I put it. Right here. Come up with another one. Good. Got a DeWalt. Tools tested. I trust him because he has all those machines. The next one will be Torque Test Channel. They can test drills too. But Tools Tested will get his before the Torque Test Channel does. Okay, speed 2 and the 805. Nope. Speed 1. One bad thing about this, unless you like drills that can keep going, this can keep going. But I'm 58 years old, going to be 59. I don't want to screw up my wrist or my shoulders. Too damn old to be doing that now. Back in the day, speed 2. When I was in my 20s, I worked at a countertop shop. I used to lift up 100-pound countertops over my head. Now, I ain't lifting anything that heavy. Speed 2 with the 805. Okay. Now, let's go speed 2 with the 801. Yeah, speed 2. Wow. Okay. Now let's try to remove all these. Had about enough of driving these. Speed 2 with the 801. Now I'm going to want to stand on this side. Now I'm going to want to get my gloves on. Let's remove this one. Speed 2. Let's move this one with the 801 and speed 2. Did it. Did that one. Yeah, it's in speed 2 for the 801. This has got some power. As long as I keep it on. You got to apply a little bit of force. Okay, let's go on to the 805 hammer drill with the same battery, 4 amp. Some speed 2. 4 amp power pack. You can tell it's the 805. No safety. For you young punks, you can have it. You won't remove this one. Nope. Let's go in speed 1. I'm an old man now. If I was in construction, I'd be probably considered the oldest guy on the job. Pushing 59. Guys my age don't build houses or anything. They're usually retired by now. If you haven't made your money in construction and you're 59, you ain't ever going to make it. Well, my dad retired at 54, but he also worked at the Ford plant for 35 years. That's a long time to be on one job. But he made a hell of a pension. Now my mom's collecting his pension. Okay. Let us move on to some drilling now. Actually, now let's put some bigger legs in. I could have got me a job at the Ford plant. I would have retired 10 years ago. Because I would have started there at 18. Okay. Let's see what we're going to run now. Since we're done with these. And I am going to have to bring the light out. Especially if we're going to be here for more than another half an hour. Which we probably will be. Surprisingly, my dad worked at the Ford plant, but he hated their cars. He bought Subarus and stuff because he knew how the Fords were made. Believe me, he did. 35 years of working there. He knew exactly how they were made. He knew exactly how they were all made. 35 years of seeing their, and then going up and down with their quality. And then the guys, you know, the big bosses will say, just let it go, we'll recall it. Never mind, I'm not buying one. Believe me, 35 years at one job, I don't know anybody who wants to do that, including me. Granted, I've been landscaping for 30 years, but I'm self-employed. I do what I want when I want. No one tells me what to do either, otherwise I don't take the job. I'm very picky about my work. Okay, I think these are too big, but maybe we'll run this. Not those. Yeah, I don't know about that. I'm not running these. These things get stuck. And we're only going to make 2 runs on these. No more. We'll probably go in the previous hole too. These are much thicker. Now let me see. You might have to switch around with them. Way too big. Here we go. Nope, still way too big. Figures I must have broke the other one of these. Yeah, here we go. The same one that's giving me a problem. Let's run the first one on the 805. Let's see if I can come up another bit. I'm only going to run these twice. This will wear out and I won't be able to get it out. I'll have to do it to the grinder. Damn, it looks like the only one too. Yep. Yeah, I've already gotten from there. Well, it looks like the only one. Okay. Put these over here. Make sure I know what I'm going for. This one. This looks like about a 6-inch. We'll run it on 805. Let's try it in its own hole. And speed 2. Wow, I can feel that. Put it against my body. I'm like a little overweight. Yeah, it ain't going to go to speed 2. Try speed 1. On my body weight, I'm 230 pounds. It ain't going to move me. Take a forklift to move me. Okay, let's try to remove it now. I know it ain't going to do it in speed 2. Let's just go with speed 1. Okay. Now let's try it with the 801. I've downgraded. Instead of hammer drill, I just got a drill driver. I'm good. Look how short it is. It's about an inch shorter. I don't care. I got enough hammer drills. I am going to put it against the new Ryobi. It should be able to mop up the new Ryobi, no problem. They both are going to have the same kind of batteries. Tablets, 4 amps. Let's try to go with speed 2 on the 801. Let us put a glove on for handling this, or we'll just do it like this. Okay, we're putting a new hole in. Now we'll put some weight behind it. I need to grow 6 more inches. Nope, it cuts out too. Yep, speed 1. It did it. I don't know how much further it did than the 805. Now let's remove it. Let's try to do it in speed 2, but I doubt it. Nope, I didn't think it would. Speed 1. A hot one. Okay, let's see about the rest of these. Yeah. Okay. Let me get rid of this light. I know it's blinding. Let me go with the other light. Let me get a battery first. Would help to have a battery. And my flex tower light, a big 6 amp stacked lithium will do it. So I'm down to 1 bar. There we go. Let's move it a little bit closer. I got on the lowest setting. It's the best light I've ever bought. Power outage, I'll have plenty of light as long as I have plenty of flex batteries. Okay, what am I doing now? Well, yeah, I don't know if I want to run the red one. We'll do it just twice. Let's go with the black ones. Let's come up with a bit first. Nope, it's not here. Timber locks. I hate these things. I hate these ends. You strip these things out too damn easy. You can't use them more than 4 or 5 times and then they're trash. What they need is purpose fasteners for us guys that demo stuff, that the fasteners are 10 times stronger than the normal one. That way we can sit there and demo it for a year before we have to buy another one. I'm surprised somebody hasn't thought of that. I thought of that. I'm willing to pay 10 times more for it because it'll last me probably for 3 or 4 years. Okay. Here we go. Now I gotta find the right bit. I absolutely hate these things. Nope. Here we go. That's the one. I hate them. Yeah. Hate them. Why can't these have a big ass head like that? I'd like to make my own fasteners. All I need is a welder. Okay, I only got one of these, so I'm going to have to switch back and forth with these drills. Okay. Let's go in speed 2 with the 801. Forget it. These things are stripping out already. That's why I hate them. Can't use them but 4 or 5 times. Well, that's going to be a grind off. So I hate those damn things. They're useless. I guess you use them once and then you're done using them. I ain't buying any more of them. I like the size of them, but I just want to have a different way to use them. That's stuck in there now. Let's move on. They need special bits for us guys that demo everything. Something else that the contractors don't want. They put it in once, they're done with it. These things are useless. Okay. Oh, I hate to put these little things in, and they're actually not worth putting in. These are great for impact drivers. Let's go with the red one here. See what freaking head that is. I need to find the best. I need to locate the best. This size with a head that lasts for about a year or two used, not a few months. Waste of my time. Now that's stuck in there. Okay. It almost looks like Yeah, I might actually have 2 of those. Yeah, I do. Okay. Gonna use it 4 times and we're done. The 801. The 805. Okay. Speed 2. Battery's still fully charged. Let's put it right now. I gotta stay away from that thing now. Nope. Speed 1. Now let's just remove it the other drill and call it a day. Let's try to remove it with the 801 and speed 2. I doubt it. Nope. Let's go speed 1 in the 801. These aren't much better. Wow, that's a hot one. At least it wasn't smoking. Okay. Now we're done with that. I'm not going to go any more on that, or else I'll have that stuck in there. I need the ultimate fasteners that last for about a year. Except I don't think anybody makes them. Even though I keep getting what is it, Bolts R Us, Fasteners R Us videos on YouTube. I have to see what they make in bulk that's good, not junk. Now we can run these, the same ones I put in here, power legs. Okay, I'm in luck. I got them right here. This should be the 805. Yep. The 801. I like this chuck on this 801 better than the 805. Okay. Batteries are still fully charged. And this is the 801. Okay. 1 apiece. Let's go here. And speed 2. Nope. Speed 1. Let's redo that again. I heard the wood crack. Now I gotta remove it. Let me put a glove on. Brother. And they say the light on the 801 is better than the 805 too. I wouldn't know. I haven't paid attention to it yet. Okay. Let's put her here. Still in speed 1. Let's try to go speed 2. Nope. And the bit came out. Let's remove it in speed 2. Forget it. Speed 1. Okay. I need to get rid of that damn thing. Let's put it in over here. And speed 2. Like the light on it. Okay. Let's go speed 1. Wow, I felt that. Let's remove it in speed 1. I'm right by that damn clamp. Not anymore, it's me by it. It's the second time that's popped out. Okay. That's not a good sign. I tightened it more than enough. Let's chuck it again. Okay. Now, let's go with the 805. That's the hot one. Well, they're all a little warm. And speed 2. And the 805. Okay. Now speed 1. Now, let's reverse it in speed 1. I know it ain't going to come out in 2. Nope. I felt that on my side, but I got a lot of weight here. The only one bigger than me in this state is Pritzker. He's about 400 pounds. He's twice my weight. Okay. Now, let's start some drilling here. I'm getting tired of doing this. Maybe I'll demo my grinder on this. Okay. Both on speed 2 when we start the drilling. Get all this stuff off of here and we'll use this. Now we'll focus on that. We're not going to drill into this. That's kind of overkill. That garbage? Nah, it's actually just a bolt. The lone red one. Okay, what are we going to go with first? Well, I got plenty of bits here. Put these other ones in here. We're not going to put any of these in today. That's a little killing it. Not in the mood to try to drive these legs right now. Maybe another day. I'm not done testing these drills. Far from it. I might be done by the end of June. Still have to test 10 other tools. And I still got to get back to my mid-torque challenge. And that'll be another day. Okay. Let's figure out what we're going to do. For one thing, we're going to bring it over here. We're going to do this all on an angle. This should hold. Let me crank on a little bit more. Okay. Okay, this ain't gonna be going anywhere. I'm only gonna put like 10 holes in it. Okay. This spider is a 1/2 inch. Okay. Now, let's just skip the 1/2 inch. We know that drills will do it. That's a waste of time. Let's get right to the 3/4 inch. Let's go with the 801. Speed 2. Battery still fully charged. Fell out. What do you know? They're not tied it up enough. Again, I'll not like this chuck now. Now let me really crank on it. That's as tight as it'll go. Let's do it again in speed 2. Another one. Another one. Okay. Now, let's go with the 805. Okay, the 805 in speed 2. 4-amp power pack still fully charged. Okay. Let's go with the 1 inch. With the 805. Let's do it over here. Let's only do 2. One and a half inches thick. I did a video with the big Milwaukee bit, and it actually went through the 801 and speed 1. The hole's right here. Okay, let's do the 801 now. Okay, that takes care of that. Now what are we gonna do? Let's put these bits back. Had these bits for a couple years now. I don't use them that often. I really like using the spade bits, but those things get so dull and they're so hard to sharpen. And I've had those way longer than these, so let's try them out. Even though I do have a new set of spiders, but I don't want to use them right now. Let's go with them, the demons. Let's see here. See if this will even do it. Diablo. This is what? 1.5. I'm not banking on it working. Had to sharpen it up. Okay, let's use it. Battery's still fully charged on the 805. Wow, that's as far as that goes in, okay? At least the bottom, that awful quick. Okay. Speed 2. Wow, that's putting stress on there now. Forget it. Might be able to get away with it up here. That's duller than cheese. Forget it. I need to get another one of these bits. This thing ain't worth sharpening. I've had it for 3 years now. Let's go with the next size down. Which would be, should be 1.25. No. 1 3/8. Okay, let's see if it'll do it. And up here. That's sharp. See that? Took it right out. That is definitely sharp. And I'm going to put some safety glasses on now. Gosh. Okay, let me put some safety glasses on. Find out, oh, they're on the ground. Just where they don't need to be. Let me try. This will be in speed 2 with the 801. I took the whole chunk of that wood out. Let's do it right next to it. Make sure it's tight in this chuck. Yeah. Let's put it right here. Wow. It won't do it now. I have to go in speed 1. But let's take it down here. Wow. I was sure I had that other one in speed. Well, let's go to speed 1. Here we go. Okay, I'll have to check my video. I thought I had the 805 in speed 2. I had to go to speed 1 on the 801. Huh. That's not good. But then again, I'm going for this. This is an angle, and I try to do it there. Okay. Now, wow, that's a hot bit. I got to get that 1.5 sharpened because it's trash. One day I'll open up my my new pack. You know, my new spiders. Been sitting on them for a year. Okay. Now, what was I going to do? Oh, let's try this. I modified it. I put a different bit into it. I think this is 2 1/8. Let's try it in the... Wow. Definitely gonna put some safety glasses on for this. Okay. Let's go with speed 2. I doubt it'll do it. We're going to go right here. And I'll put some gloves on. And this is the 801. I don't know if this is even going to work. What do you know, it did. And that was in speed too, it did that in. Okay now. And this is still attached to my wood. I thought the whole piece of wood is trying to move. No wonder why. The whole piece of wood is trying to move. I felt something moving. Look at that. Took long enough in speed too, but it did it. I guess this bit does help on the end of it being so long. Now let's try it one more with the 805. Let me see what the battery's at. I'm sure it dropped the bar by now. Yeah, it finally dropped the bar, the 4 amp power pack. It's about time to drop the bar. Please. I know these batteries are probably way better made than Ryobi. What is that? The Edge? And I'm sure they're better made than the the rigid one. Here's the 805. Let's try to do one right next to it and see if it's any quicker by me going slow. And this will probably be the last test. I don't really feel like using that big old bit from Milwaukee right now. I've already done that. I'll do that in another test. I got enough of that to breathe in right there. Wow, that bit is hot too. Okay. Oh, brother. Speed 2 and the 805. And the battery's fully charged on this one still. Yep. Wow, that's a lot of dust. Let's make sure it's really tight. I don't know about you guys, but I'm smoked out. Ay, 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 ay. Hey, gosh. I like to see somebody do that all day. Drill holes like that with that little drill. That means you got to break out the big drill. I'll pass on that. But they both did it in speed 2 with this specially modified bit. Okay, guys. I'm beat now. Been online now for an hour and almost 2 minutes. We proved both these drills are awful close. The only difference is, I'm not touching this bit. It's hot as hell now after two runs. The only difference is This is a drill driver, the 801, and the 806 is a hammer drill. And safety. No safety. Safety. No safety. Do you want safety? This is it. An old guy like me likes safety. It's like wearing your seatbelt at 140 miles an hour. No safety. Safety. Let's see if I can try it real slow. As soon as you go fast, that's it. If you can control it, let's say it moves just a little bit. Dead otherwise. The dead man's drill. And I'm glad all my powerful drills have it. So maybe I will keep my 805. Hey guys, yep. Who's got a 10 millimeter? Yeah. You know how much 10 millimeters cost to shoot? Let me explain something to you guys. I was a bigger gun nut than anybody watching this channel right now back when I was in my 20s. I probably had a dozen guns valued at over $10,000, and then I got married and sold most of them. And 10 millimeters are nice to shoot. The only difference is with a 10 millimeter, you don't want to buy the ammunition today, unless you get buffalo bore or underwood, or you reload it yourself, because the stuff they sell today is pussy ammo. It's totally pussy ammo. You want to load it at 37,000 psi so you can send that bullet out at maximum warp speed. I ought to know. I used to know a guy to reload it for me. So, okay guys, the only reason I don't have a gun channel, YouTube doesn't like gun channels. So, okay guys, I'll be going back on live probably in 2 more days with probably the mid-torque challenge, and we'll take these drills back and do some more work with them. And we're also going to run more power tools since I have this new 4-amp power pack batteries. You know, these are 4-amp power packs. So it's the latest battery from DeWalt. That means since DeWalt did a 4-amp power pack, Milwaukee is going to do a 4-amp forge. And hopefully a 12-volt forge. Okay, guys. Eric the Brittle Tool Guy signing off.